The original hatred from? The original hatred in Eastern Europe?
That I think there was a lot of anti-Semitism. I'm not exactly sure in that culture what it was that they blamed the Jews for. I think that the Jews were a distinct minority who had a different religion and different traditions and kind of like, you know what I mean? And I don't know. I'd have to read into that more, like what the stated grievances were. But I'm telling you that I know one of them was that when viruses were going around, they'd blame the Jews for practicing black magic. And so I do think some of them were just on that goofy level of it was just like tribalist hatred.
Did you ever see that really old cartoon where at one point in time it was like a Jew dressed as a wolf?
Oh, what was that? Like a Nazi?
Or a wolf dressed as a Jew? No, it was like fucking like an old Mickey Mouse cartoon.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I've seen this one. I can't remember it, but there was some.
Look at this.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
It's a wolf dressed as a Jew. Look at this.
Thank you. Now I got
So, no, it wasn't a wolf. Yeah, see, there it is. So he's
it was the wolf pretending to be a Jew.
Yes.
Oh, I took that all the wrong way at first. I thought it was a Jew pretending to be a wolf.
No.
Now I get it.
A wolf with a Jew mask on. But how crazy is that?
And this is 1933.
Yeah. How wild is that?
Yeah, it is. It is pretty wild to say.
Three Little Pigs, 1933, the Jew peddler scene. Now, didn't they change it in the future? And I think in the future they redid it, and they turned it into just a wolf. Yeah, so this is the one on the right, see?
What?
It's the cleaned up version. They stopped having it be a Jew.
Okay.
It had to be a wolf pretending to be a person.
That was the first iteration of wokeness, was they were like, yeah, we can't really get away with that Jew thing anymore.
Isn't that wild?
It is pretty wild. You know what's wild about like that time when you see like the propaganda that was for adults, clearly at that time, but it would be cartoons. Have you ever seen the one? There's the one where it's Daffy Duck. Is it Daffy Duck? Or wait, I'm confusing the two ducks. It's one of those ducks, but it's a whole like pay your taxes.
I think
thing.
Is it Donald?
Yes, Donald Duck.
Yeah.
Sorry, I always get those confused. And I got little kids. I should be better.
And then there's the one duck that's like really rich. Who's the one?
That
duck?
was Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah,
I believe.
Scrooge McDuck.
Yes.
Uncle Scrooge.
Uncle Scrooge.
That's right. Yeah,
That's
he was his
right.
uncle, right? But do you ever see the one I'm talking about where it's like pay your taxes?
I do believe
It's
I
this
see.
one.
Yes, let me see that.
It might be a confirmed
Disney war
version.
propaganda.
Let's
Well,
try
it's
this one.
Donald Duck versus taxes.
It's just
Here it goes.
the video looks.
Wow. 1943.
Yes, payday. Millions of dollars pouring into the hands of the American worker. Now, in the mind of the average worker live two separate personalities. One, the thrifty.
Scrooge.
Wait a bit, laddie. You're going to save a bit of that, aren't you? Oh, sure.
Oftentimes, idle money burns a hole in your pocket, which brings out the other personality. The spendthrift.
Look at this. He's a pimp.
Hi, big shot. Come on with me. I'll show you how to spend your dough.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I got a couple of good dates.
No.
But, laddie, I've got some better dates.
Important ones, too. When every American should pay his or her income tax gladly and proudly. This year, thanks to Hitler and Hirohito, taxes are higher than ever before. Will you have enough money on hand to meet your payments when they fall due?
We'll take care of that later. Forget it.
Keep watching.
Forget it.
But you don't want to forget our fighting men, do you?
No, sir.
Then you'll have to start saving right away to meet your tax payments.
No.
Listen, chum. Spend it.
Yeah, it goes on, I think, for a while. But isn't it like, is it crazy this is for grown-ups?
Yeah.
You must save for victory.
What's money for? Spend it. Shoot the works.
Nay.
Wow.
You must save it. Spend.
He's trying to get him to the Idle Hour Club. Oh, Oh, look, it's a Nazi
Ah,
swastika.
you see? And that's what happens when you
Wow.
don't give your taxes.
You go through the Idle Hour Club. It's a swastika for a front door.
No, well, you didn't pay your taxes.
what the-
Support your boys.
Look, he's got swastikas in his eyes.
They made him look like Hitler
Oh my God, they gave him a Hitler mustache
in the little swoop.
and a swastika for a tie. Oh my God, this is crazy.
And then how, like,
Well, you know, it was pretty easy to distribute propaganda back then.
yeah, you could make cartoons for grown-ups, and that would convince them.
Look
Like
what
it-
they did with Reefer Madness.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Reefer Madness in, what is it, the 30s when they put that out?
I think
that
so, yeah.
fucked people up for 100 years.
I know. It's amazing that it says something about how different our culture is, though, that like that type of propaganda would work back then, and how much more sophisticated it has to be today. You know, like it was like
Yeah.
a simpler time.
Well, now
when
it's a
that would
comedy.
get you. Yeah,
If you
yeah.
watch Reefer Madness now, it's a comedy. Like a thing that was meant to terrify you is now unintentionally hilarious.
Yeah, and just imagine like if people, if someone from like, say like you took someone from the 1930s and just showed them like an action movie today, like a high def action movie, they'd be like, "What in the world is
Right.
this?" Like they would
Right.
just blow their minds. You know
Show
what I
'em
mean?
Fast and the Furious 15 or whatever.
Yeah,
it is.
or you like they're
Yeah.
used to a movie where it's like, see now, yeah, we got a dame coming, and then like you just showed them this, it'd be like just.
Isn't it also interesting that we accepted a certain very specific way of talking that is completely unnatural for a narrator to be explaining what is happening to Donald Duck?
Yeah, I
Weird.